We out here. We're in here.
Yeah, we're in here. It's getting hotter now, bro. Yeah, we've already passed that season where it was chilly. Now it's warm. Time to bring out the tank tops, the shorts. Time to hit the beaches. I've told you before that I'm like a little paranoid about like
The
swimming
ocean.
into the ocean and like shit like that. Like even I think I might have like said this previous podcast like I think I'd feel like uneasy like if I were to like get booked for like a cruise or something. Like I'm out like in the this big massive body of water. There's like so many fucking sea creatures underneath me you can't even see. Like I don't know. I just start like imagine like I don't know. You won't be catching me tripping like on a cruise for damn sure. Cause I'll be thinking about too many damn things. What's underneath like.
You don't think you could like?
I'll still do it though, but I know for sure I'll see myself like I'll face my fear like that way. Like
I beat the fuck out of a shark.
you think you think so? Yeah, you think you're one on one? Like
A
okay,
bitch ass shark, bro.
bro, but you're okay. Let's say where's the setting? Like are you swimming like in the ocean? It's you and the shark, and you're like in the
Yeah, bro. My
ocean.
boat went down. On a maybe I have a life vest on, and it's me versus the shark.
All right,
I'm winning, bro.
you gotta okay. Like the thing is that we have seen conversations with humans and sharks.
Have we?
I mean, it's been
Have we?
documented, and a lot of times they don't look really too good for the humans.
Yeah, bro.
Sharks, like
The
they.
losers documented. That's why.
I mean, I
How do,
wouldn't say the losers documented. It's just the media be out there just being like,
all I'm
doing their
gonna
fucking
say, bro,
job.
is that there's plenty of pictures out there with sharks hung up by their tails and a human just like. So I don't know. I think I I, I could take a shark.
Take a shark.
A whale. It's a different subject. Different
Different
subject.
subject.
A
Uh,
shark.
well, let's talk about sea animals for a minute. Like, what kind of shark? Like, what kind of like if a shark was like a regular raver attendee, like what would you see this shark at? Like what stage? Like a shark, you know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about?
Like let's say like a shark was a regular rave attendee. Like what rave personality would a shark be? Are they a house head? Are they like a base head? You know what I'm saying?
But do sharks even have ears?
I
Like,
mean, I don't know. Like I'm just saying. Like you look at a shark, right? Like the way they behave, how they are. They're a predator. Out there is like the bigger dominant like species of the fucking ocean. Besides the whale, like you said, the whale like they're way much more bigger. Um,
if I was 6'2", I could take a whale. No, I'm just kidding.
I feel like dolphins be some
Oh fuck!
some trans people. Yeah, like
You think?
dolphins
Okay,
be on that trans shit.
continue. I like this
Yeah, yeah.
premise. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think dolphins be on that trans shit. Jellyfish, yeah, they on their future base shit. Like that just can't.
Trans, trans, not trans. Okay, my head went different,
Wait, what do
bro.
you
I'm
mean?
so sorry. What the
What
fuck?
do you think I was talking
Whoa,
about? Like trance, like music, bro. Like the
trance,
genre.
trance. Yeah,
Trance.
yeah.
Yeah.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Dolphins be on that trance shit.
yeah.
What do
Trance
you think?
shit. Yeah. No, yeah. No, nothing,
All
bro.
right, all right,
Nothing. Nothing.
I'm gonna keep on going forward.
Continue,
Manta
please.
rays, I think they're on their techno shit.
Manta rays.
Yeah, like the big manta rays. Like,
Okay.
yeah, no, they be on that techno shit.
Okay.
Like they seem like the kind of people that, oh yeah, they're gonna be at the techno. The kind of animals that you'd see at the techno stage. If they were like go to raves, I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I'm just trying to put personalities to sea animals and shit.
All I'm saying is dolphins are the trans of the ocean is a good premise and you should go with it. Just saying, bro. Just fucking saying.
All right.
Cause they're the only. Never mind. It's a okay. No, this is a fact. So let's do it. They're one of the only species that like have like other like actual gay species, like cause they fuck guys like dolphins fuck guy dolphins and whatnot.
For reals?
Yeah, they some horny motherfuckers, bro.
Hey, but well,
And that's a fact. That's all I'm saying.
isn't this a fact too that seahorses, the males actually produce the babies
I believe so. I
instead
believe
of the
so.
female?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, look, we're not no marinologists. We're not no, like we don't really study animals like that. So use Google, you know, fact checked us and whatnot.
Anyways, good premise. Work on it.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's one of the things that I would do to like face my fear, like for sure. Just like on a cruise and at a gig, that would make me feel much more comfortable. Like I'm dance music, uh, probably have some drinks in me. But yeah, dude, I think I'll start freaking out, bro. If I ever like go overboard and I'm just like swimming,
Or you're
cause
dead.
chill, bro.
No, bro. If you go overboard on like an actual cruise, they're not finding you. Usually, they don't find you
We'll
anymore.
talk.
Yeah,
Like they're
it's
not
big,
even.
bro. Like a big ship like that. Once you go overboard, if no one sees you, bro, like it's pretty much a wrap. Like the ship is going so fast, you yelling ain't no one gonna hear you, bro. Like they tell you that shit usually. Like
Damn.
yeah, unless someone sees you and like notifies like that shit right away, like you're. It's a
Have you
wrap.
been on a cruise or no?
I've been on a ship, like an actual like
Oh, for sure.
navy big ass like ship type thing, like for a whole ass week. From fucking, I sailed from Hawaii to California. Um, the ship was called the U.S. Macon Island. That's the name of the ship. It's a navy ship.
Sounds like a badass. That sounds like a badass.
It was cool. I got not seasick. I don't get seasick. I get motion sickness.
Motion sickness.
Yeah. So like, and that happens when I go on like roller coasters and shit too. I'll get motion sickness.
Yeah, you see, that's one of the things. Because there was a time where I was actually thinking about actually going to like one of these cruises for like a rave cruise in Miami, like flying out to Miami, and then it was going to like I think it was like the Bahamas or something. But these were one of the things I was taking into account. Like if I were to go, like how am I gonna deal with the motion sickness of the ocean, like or like how am I sleeping in these cabins, like I don't know, like how, like I guess like I want to know like what's your experience like on a ship like that, like how can one prepare to have a comfortable
Can't.
routine, or it's just like,
Aspirin and fucking stay hydrated, I guess.
would you say that's like gonna be something that's inevitable when you get on a ship if
Not
if
everyone
you've
gets
always
it.
been on land? Oh,
Not
okay.
everyone gets it. Just certain people do.
Hmm.
It's just it is what it is. I don't know. It could be like a like sometime like a in your head type thing too. But
I feel you.
I just for sure was just getting like lightheaded at all times.
Okay.
And I don't know what it was. I think it's just because like I knew like I was on ground, right, and I was above water, and you couldn't really feel that the boat was shaking, but you knew the boat was moving, right?
Mhm.
But like every time I stepped or something, like I felt like I was taking like false steps or something, bro. Like it was so fucking, and like it just fucks with my head.
Yeah, because it's constantly moving the ship, and it's
But you
like,
can't tell. Like it's so big that it's not doing this.
I
It's
feel
just
you.
going, and like it's kind of like getting those ripples sometimes, but not really. So like you just know, bro. Like like I said, I just knew this bitch was moving, but like you can't feel that shit really moving, and I'm just
But it
like,
adds up when you're walking, like you can tell when you're like when you're walking for a while and you start to see like you have to calibrate now, like you're
imagine
walking
trying to
soft.
walk in your car.
Oh,
You
okay.
feel me? Like you could do it. Like in reality, you could do it, right? But like you're still moving at like 70 miles, 60 miles per hour type shit.
All right.
So like I don't know. It's a trip, bro. It's a trip. It's a trip.
Yeah. Dude, I would love to DJ a cruise.
That'd be cool.
Like like if there was
EDC.
there was a contract, yeah, yeah, something like, I wouldn't mind like even like if they were there was a cruise asking for a DJ like to go out set sail with them for like a month or two. Like I would probably think about that. Like why not? Like I'll probably try something new, face my fear like that. I've always wondered how that audience is too. How what that looks like for a DJ that works at a cruise. I would think a lot of more MC work as well. No doubt about
Maybe.
that.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, people just go on cruises to get fucked up and eat, I guess, and like for the pools and just being on a boat. You feel me? So like, they could care less. They just want to have entertainment. You feel me?
No, yeah, true.
I feel like that's what cruises and those type of things are usually like. All right, let me ask you this though: would you go to Fyre Fest too?
Damn. Is the same person running it? Oh shit. McFarlane. Homeboy is out of jail. He's done his time. Yeah, he has some debt to pay to a lot of people, but he's thinking about throwing that next festival, isn't he? Eh?
Would you go?
Well, first off, lineup.
Okay. So
First,
that
and
would
then
be a condition.
at
Okay.
first, at first, because I would hope if you're gonna be throwing the second one and like you learned your lesson as you're saying, like it's gonna be done right this time. And I would think. I mean, I don't know. Well, I'm thinking lineup first, location too. Uh, I think if this location is tight, the lineup is good, and I think from this, especially if it's the same person running it, I would love to see this person make an announcement that they would provide us with like actual monthly updates, like prior to the festival, as to like the progression of it, because yeah, I think it was kind of messed up how the one of the biggest issues about the Fire Festival as to why it didn't work out well is that a lot of these people were thinking they were gonna get like these nice cabanas, and they ended up getting like these like real low budgeted Dollar Tree looking cabanas, and not everyone didn't even get their own cabana, and they paid for it as well, so they didn't even have the amount of cabanas to supply the people that were coming through. uh so I mean, I'm hoping if they were to do the second one, like I'm hoping they learned that lesson of all the issues. um the food, I guess, like the food, I mean, we all seen that picture of the sandwich with the cheese. Like it was some boo ass shit
Would
compared to
you
what they were
go?
marketing. I would go. But for sure, like, because just like the kind of person I am, to like to see what's gonna happen, like on some journalism shit. Like yeah, like let's just see what happens. But I think I definitely would prepare for. I'd prepare for the worst, no doubt about it. If it's gonna be the same person, I'd prepare for the worst, have a backup plan. Um, and honestly, I don't got it. Like I'll probably get my ticket if need be, if the lineup's good. But if I feel like the updates that they're giving prior to the festival are not justifying like what they're marketing, I probably won't fucking go catch that flight, bro. To wherever that Fire Fest 2 is gonna be, at an island or at a nicer uh location somewhere else. Yeah, I mean,
You know
I would I would,
someone.
I would go, and you know what, I would go too, because they would be using this festival as well to recoup a lot of the expenses that the locals like the locals took a hit from the Fire Fest. Like there was like this one lady that I guess used up all her savings to feed all of the uh tourists there and like the local people that were stranded. A lot of workers didn't get paid for setting up certain sections of the Fire Fest. So the Fire Fest too would actually, a lot of those, I would think a lot of those expenses and a lot of the profits that they make from that would go over uh to the people that are owed that debt from McFarlane. So I mean, I would think that'd be supporting that cause as well, and like trying to help out that, because that sucked, dude. To see that lady, I forgot where it was again, but it was at an island. This lady like definitely used all up her life savings to feed all the stranded tourists and the locals that were there.
That's on her. I'm just kidding.
No, she didn't have to do that, no doubt about it. But knowing that workers didn't get paid. She had to do that, and the company that and then fucking Ja Rule too, right? It's just false advertising.
What's up? Got to do. Got to do.
Yeah, yeah. But if the lineup's good, and like I like to travel, and then depending on the location, like if it's on an island, I got my passport. Like I wouldn't mind if the price is right.
Some of the tickets for the last festival are going for $25,000,
Jesus.
but that's because they were promising you like your own personal boat, like
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So like all this shit, bro.
all this other stuff. I would do it. I'd definitely go. I'm going. I'm going. Bro, Firefest 2 comes up. There's a payment plan. $1 deposit. You pay $1 like a week type
They're
shit.
gonna get you
I'm
like
doing
that.
it, bro. I'm fucking doing
They're
it.
gonna, they're
Like
gonna
you
do you
know
like
he's
that,
gonna do some shit like
bro.
that.
They're gonna come out with their
I'm
own credit
going
card.
when I go. I'm taking a backpack of just water and food just in case, just so like I know I'm gonna survive,
Yeah,
and
bro.
then see what the fuck is up. Like
Cause think about it, bro. Like let's actually talk about this. Let's think about like
it's only a weekend.
how that person, how those people were feeling. Like that must gotta suck, bro. Like imagine you're pulling up to an island, like expecting to have a great time with your friends, watching this sick ass acts, getting on this boat, driving it around this nice water,
Bro,
sleeping in a nice ass house. Like you don't get none of that.
the last one had a lot of like uh booked EDM artists already, like
Yeah, big names, bro.
ready to play and everything.
Uh
So
huh.
apparently all the artists had showed up for the festival and whatnot. I guess that was one thing that the people were saying that they didn't know if it was a scam or not, if the artists were even there or not.
Hmm.
But I listened to a podcast with Homeboy, and he was like, "No, all the artists were there on another island, just waiting to get shipped over or flown, or like they were in Miami or whatever, and they were flying from they were like chartering a plane from Miami to the island, and I guess they paid like $2 million to have that plane just nonstop for the weekend, just go back and
Oh
forth.
my god, dude.
That shit was crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
and that's you know like how much more of an expense it is to have it on an island, and then accommodating artists like
It
that.
was. I feel like what they should have done is like made certain deals with like planes and whatnot, right? But like they shouldn't have promised a bunch of the shit that they promised. Like there was no reason for it. No fucking like they had so much extra shit that like they were like offering for a festival, and I'm just like, it sounds like a resort, bro. Just open a resort and do that shit there. Like I don't know to and like apparently the island like they picked, bro, they had like no running water or anything like that. So they had to do like built-in plumbing to the fairgrounds and shit like that. And like it just seemed like too much just for a festival.
They should have postponed it, bro. They should have just like taken the
It was
fucking.
too late.
I mean, the reason why they didn't want to postpone it is that they would have it would have costed more to them. But I think they would have made they would have at least made the money back, and they would have
No,
postponed it.
so
And
what it was, from what the homeboy was explaining, was that nothing really started fucking up, like really, until the last like day or two, bro. Like everything was supposed to be like getting taken care of and whatnot.
last day, as in like the day before day one or day three.
I'd say like 2 days before, like a day before, like small inconveniences started happening. But like
Oh,
at that time, there's small inconveniences. So like you're thinking like, okay, no, we can still do this. Just maybe this won't happen, and it's okay. Like we're down to take backlash. Like, but they're not thinking like shit's gonna compound on top of that, you
it's
know?
a ripple effect
And it
that
did.
trickles to
And it
bigger
did.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have this didn't get power because like one of their people fucking was in like so they had a key to a construction truck, right? That held like all like the power connections and stuff. And apparently like someone accidentally like got in that truck and then ran over one of the power bricks or something like that. So which cut off most of the power or almost all the power and type shit. So their contingency was just getting a bunch of generators and shit like that. But like that's why I don't know, and it was just a bunch of other shit like that didn't come in time and whatnot, and like I don't know, bro. Like you just gotta think like would it have been
Damn.
easier to just cut it, or am I saying okay, let's see how much money we can make, get the backlash, fuck the backlash. I don't care about the backlash, bro. Like at the end of the day, like what matters more at the end of the day? Your the backlash or your pockets, bro? Like
I mean, I think McFarlane, if he would have seen what the outcome was, I think he would have. He said this in a podcast interview. You should have listened. He should have postponed. Like he stated that if he would have gone back, he would have just postponed it and taken the L. And because, yeah, he no one wants to go to jail. Homeboy went to jail because he was like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna listen to my pockets for sure. Like I'm gonna just bag my shit up as much as I can, regardless of the backlash, regardless of these fucking tourists getting stranded, not getting accommodated for what they were expecting."
well no, bro, like at the end of the day, like I kind of almost have to go through. I have to pay so many people back. So I have to make something. I have to make something,
Right.
or else I'm even more fucked than I'm already am. I don't care about headlines. I care about what fucking is real. You feel me? Like dollar amounts that's gonna hurt me like as well type shit, you know? So like I
Right.
feel like that's more or less like the mindset of like at that time, you feel me? Like gotta make money. Like it's gonna be worse if I don't. But I mean, like I don't know. Listen to him talk about all this shit. He was on the Off the Record podcast with academics, and bro, they were going. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big academics fan. I kind of am. I listen to him a lot, but like I don't agree with a lot of shit he says. But he's a fucking good ass interviewer, and Homeboy was going in on him, like just asking him like how and like why and a bunch of shit, and like not giving him like leeway or type shit. And Homeboy was smart, but like the thing is, he's he lacked real experience. Like he was very theoretical about everything. You know, like oh, like I'm gonna order this, and it's all gonna happen, and like I'll get bread here to fund this. Like in theory, that shit was supposed to work, right? But like I don't think he ever had experience in like throwing a show or a festival or anything like that. Well, he that's not true because he threw shows. But throwing a festival is totally different than throwing a show, right? And then throwing a festival like at the scale that he was trying to throw it was kind of like way in over his head. Like I feel like if he would have just done like a little like festival ground somewhere, would have been solid. But the fact that he was trying to do this big ass island and like just fucking like over the board, do what the fuck he was doing, just didn't make sense at all. And initially it was supposed to be a fucking app convention, dog. Like
To launch some sort of
an app
yeah, for
for
events
rappers.
or rappers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
artists. Specifically
Damn.
rappers
And where
though,
was
but
Ja Rule at when this shit was happening? He was actually at a tour stop. He was
true.
doing a show at another.
True.
Yeah.
He do nothing wrong.
True.
What do you do?
What did he do?
He believed in the wrong person. Are you gonna
False
fault?
marketing.
Are you gonna fault Ja Rule for that?
Nah.
Exactly.
Nah. Not for that.
What are you faulting him for?
Can
What's
we still?
got to do? Got to do.
Because we don't know what Ja Rule
Until
thinks
you make
about
a
that
banger
shit.
like that, we can't say shit about Ja Rule. I don't care what anyone
I
says.
mean, Ja Rule's got hits. He's got multiple
yeah,
hits.
fucking smashes, dog. He has songs with Ashanti, dog. Like,
I mean, for sure. I mean, yeah, labels help.
what's love? True.
Putting the pieces together though. What collabs would you like to see in EDM? What are some collabs you're like, damn, I think this would be a real cool collab in this day and age?
Collabs. Damn, something I haven't really thought of recently.
Me neither.
Just because like I don't have any like new favorite artists. Like I'm trying to think of like really new artists that I like, and like some that are like sticking though, like that are popping out really. And I don't know. And also though, I haven't really been listening to a lot of like new music, especially in like EDM.
Would you say a lot of your favorite music currently in dance music is bigger artists or a lot of big underground artists? The tracks that you're slapping these days.
mm, Probably. See, it depends really, like, because usually if I'm listening to like EDM, I'm in like a social party setting, bro. So like that means I'm not really gonna be in charge of the music, and if I am, it has to be something appealing for everyone. So it has to be something like mainstream, or I'll play a station just so I'll play like mainstream like EDM stuff. Cause
Or what about like when you're just like by yourself? Like let's say like in your studio, you just want to play some fucking dance music,
I
EDM.
play Flume,
Some flume.
play a lot of Flume, yeah, play a lot of Flume. I don't know. I want to see Flume and Skrillex. That'd be cool.
Oh damn, that'd be a sick collab, man.
Flume and Skrillex would be dope.
I'd like to see Thori Moi and Skrillex. I'd love to see a collab like that.
Who?
Toro y Moi and Skrillex.
Not familiar.
I could have seen a collab like that in his second album when he had like all those collabs with the rappers. Oh yeah, Skrillex, man, the 5 hour set. You know, this week I learned that not many people have had an opportunity to DJ more than 2-3 hours,
I mean,
and I think everyone should, because I think it's different than DJing 1 hour.
for sure. You get put under pressure. Like it's real pressure, bro.
5 hours, bro.
Like that's real pressure.
You think an hour and a half was like? And you know, it's funny because I remember when I went to go play in Denver, they gave me an hour and a half. And like for a little bit, I was like, damn, like honestly, this an hour and a half is a little, just like this 30-minute gap. It feels like a little drastic as to like how I'm feeling. I'm like, damn, now I need to like think about more music after an hour, and then and then adds up after that hour, like 2-3 hour set, like because I think it's very easy to be able to hold on to the crowd's attention for an hour and entertain them, but to like constantly entertain them and connect to them for 4 or 5 hours. No, yeah, it's not like DJing for an hour, I think. And we've done a lot of parties and events where we've DJed more than 2-3 hours, and yeah, a lot more different than doing like a short set, no doubt about it. Yeah, if anyone out there that's a DJ has never done a long set, like 4 or 5 hours, especially open format, like definitely like allow yourself that opportunity to do it. Like it's an experience that you should definitely take upon as a DJ for sure. I feel it definitely has built me as a DJ, especially like reading crowds, knowing what they like in certain sections of your set. Um, I definitely encourage everyone to do longer sets whenever they can. No doubt about it. Would you ever do a 5 hour set these days?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they wanted to say on down 5 hour set, you give it to them. What's the longest you'll do? If a promoter asks you, "Hey, what's the longest set you'll give me?" What I'll pay you for it. Just give. Well, what's the longest? Hey, you'll be like, "Well, you're paying." True. What you paying? Or fuck it. Let's just say like you're not even worried about finances. They just ask you, "Hey, what's the longest you'll play?" We'll run it.
What is it for?
That's a good question. You see, asking questions. I always ask questions, ladies and gentlemen.
What am I DJing for?
DJing for a festival.
They just want me to play music for 5 hours?
5 hours. Yeah, like the main stage. 5 hours.
God damn. I do it.
That's some shit. We
Yeah,
talked
do
about
it.
this too. Like we're gonna have to like the restroom breaks. There got to be a restroom nearby too, right? Like,
So I would do it, and then just each hour, just different genre or something.
Hmm.
I can do some shit like that.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Or I could just.
Or you do a bit in between. I guess it doesn't always have to be like music all the time. Maybe you could dedicate like 5 minutes to like a little interlude, prelude. I know you've always wanted to do like comedy too. Maybe you could throw in
I
some.
wouldn't do comedy at a festival.
No, not some rave comedy. No, you don't got any rave comedy bits.
If I'm gonna do comedy, I'm gonna do comedy.
It's like somewhere else, not at a music festival.
I'm gonna do comedy. Yeah.
Okay, I feel that.
Yeah. Nah. I don't know. I don't. No, I'll just DJ. 5 hours. I mean, I've done it. Like I don't so it's not like it's a big deal to me. Like I could do. No, yeah, I could do it, bro. Like it's. I'll throw in like a lot of like house classics and like a lot of fucking R&B tech house shit. Like I'll make it fun. I'll make it fun. I have a lot of. I don't know. Like we've done it before. It's
What's the
not
longest
hard.
you've DJ'd for?
Like 7, maybe 8,
7,
maybe
8.
8.
I think the longest I've DJ'd for has been 10 hours.
10 hours. Fuck, bro. Go to sleep.
And it was everything. It was open format. Everything.
That's easier. That's a lot easier. I think it'd be harder just to do 10 hours of fucking EDM.
Yeah, because there's not that much genres you could bounce off of compared to open format.
Okay, that's cap. It'd
What
probably
do
be
you mean?
easier, but like it'd be easier for it to be boring.
When it's just EDM,
Yeah.
5 hour set.
Yeah. you have an easier chance of having a boring set with going EDM opposed to everything.
Okay,
Because with everything, then like you have chances to surprise people with the best music of every genre.
that is true.
You feel me? With EDM, like yeah, you could do that, but at the same time, like
You're
how
just
many?
limited to dance music to like for selection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I fuck it. I would just copy like 5 people's like sets that I think are dope, and then be
I
alright.
would run that shit. If someone asked for a 5 hour Husky set, I would run that shit. Like I'll do it. I've done longer shit. Like I'll run that shit.
For sure.
I would like
We're hearing decisions 3 times, 3 different remixes, and you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna add an acapella in there, like on another track, bro.
yeah,
Fuck out
every hour I'm gonna just play every track but a different remix that represents that genre.
I'm gonna play the same set, like title name,
Yeah.
but the remixes are gonna be different for each
Yeah,
hour.
Right, yeah.
We should.
Nah,
That'd be
dude.
great. Now that would be
No.
funny, bro.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
imagine we put out a like a mix, right? On Lose the Tempo. Like we put out like
Oh my
yeah,
God.
just a mix, right? And then we put out another mix like in the next month. Same tracks, just different remixes. Same order and everything.
Oh my god, that'd be funny. I mean, that's one way you could do that. Yeah.
Nah, I gotta do it, bro. We got. I'm gonna fuck around and find out. I'm gonna fuck around and
There's
find out.
definitely gotta be like more than one remix for each track. There's gotta be more than one remix for sure. No doubt about it. Especially if it's a bigger track.
Just all the tracks you pick. Just make sure they've had remix competitions for them. There we go.
Yeah, you'd have endless mixes. This is the fucking 6th remix of this track. It's just banger. Though.
This is the we're remixing a mix.
Remixing a mix.
A remix. That's what a remix.
Remix.
I'm stupid.
A mix remix.
I said remix like it's like I said some
remix.
shit.
This is my mix. This is my
A remix mix.
This is a Husky mix. Zion Dawn remix. Shit. Damn. I'm a mix remixer.
Oh fuck.
I'm a mixtape remixer. Damn.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm a
Or
mixtape
we
remixer.
should find a mix already, and then replicate it. We'll remix the mix. Let's find a mix and remix it.
Remix it? It's just holy shit.
That sounds fun.
So it'd be like us doing our cover. Like it's like of that mix.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
A cover. Yeah. No, remix.
Or like we're doing our own version of that mix. Yeah.
Except it's the same mix.
Yeah, like the same tracks but different remixes and like
Transition points have to be almost on point. It's
I
gonna
don't
be
see
harder, but
I mean, I don't see a problem. I mean, if you're mixing, I don't see that being a problem.
I don't know. We'll see. It's crazy concept. Crazy concept. Crazy concept. Yeah. Hey, so how was the show?
It went good. Yeah, that shit was popping. Correa got down, Spacewalk got down, Animal got down, Elmer and Kyle got down, D&D got down, Laugh got down. He was the competition winner for the show. He had some really dope originals and music that he dropped. Shout out to Laugh. Shout out to everyone that pulled up to the Hideaway. It was real tight. Baseball sound system, that shit was knocking. I'm pretty sure a few bottles from the bar fell, and we apologize, but insurance still right. That shit was knocking. Yeah, honestly, I have rented out several brands of sound systems, and I think I could really rely on BassBoss sound system to accommodate a dance music show of like 2, 3, 500. Yeah, if there's anyone out there throwing shows and they want a real nice sound that's close to a professional festival sound, I think BassBoss do a real great job reinforcing that real deep, juicy low end. Pause. Yeah, all right, pause. But I got a little carried away. I went a little feral with that. You see, that's what. You see, you would understand, and anyone else understand if you were there last Friday. Like, The low end was just incredible.
It was juicy, apparently.
Shit was juicy. And yeah, honestly, I vouch for BassBoss, like definitely. But I always vouch for PK sounds too, and I'm a little conflicted right now. I'm like 50. I think I'm 50-50. No, I'm actually 60 PK sound and 40% BassBoss. I only say that because I have not heard BassBoss on a festival level. I've heard PK sound in a small venue, and I've heard PK sound in a big festival setting like EDC, bass pod specifically. But I've never heard BassBoss on a festival setting. But I've heard it like at a show like ours, and I'd like to see how it competes in a musical festival setting compared to what I've heard with PK sounds. But yeah, that shit was knocking, bro. Yeah, I had a great time. A lot of people came out. Mystic, Stunna Posse came through. Manada, uh, Daniel, Eric, shout for everybody that came through. Everybody threw down. Um, and yeah, and then the next show, well, not the next show that we're throwing, but we're helping White Rabbit Group with the Yost Theater on June 10 for Jauz. Lowen will be taking over the skybox that's upstairs.
Hey.
That'd be pretty tight, and it's gonna be with White Rabbit Group, which I'm really excited about. It was a real cool group to uh, be a part of this event because they have a lot of credible experience doing shows there at the Yost Theater. I mean, since I started going there on their Havoc Thursdays, I mean, they know how to throw a party when it comes to the Yost Theater. So I'm really expecting the OG vibes. And I'm really honored and blessed to have this opportunity. Shout out to Eddie and the team for allowing us to come through and do that takeover. Shout out to the lineup that's going to be a part of it. Should be finalizing all that the next coming weeks. And yeah, dude, everyone had a great time. I had a great time. And then yeah, everyone stay updated at Low End for future shows. June 10, Yost Theater. Yeah,
Hey.
it was real cool though. Real cool.
Yeah, I fucking. Bro, tell me when I showed up. I went, parked, smoked a blunt. I don't know what happened. I was like, nah, I can't. I can't go in, and I just didn't go in, and I just went home, and then got Taco Bell and fucking just. I don't know, bro. Like some shit happened, and I was like, I don't feel like being around people. Like I don't want like I don't. Some shit just was in me that was like, it was just too. I don't know. Something happened, bro. I was legit in Riverside. I drove down there. I fucking parked. I was smoking a blunt outside my car. I was about to start walking, and I was like, I don't know. I got like too much in my head or something. And I was like, all right, I'm just not. I was like, nah, I can't, nah. And then I had work the next morning too, and then I was like, yeah, I don't know. And I was like, all right, whatever. There'll always be another show. It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, there'll be more shows, dude. More shows.
Yeah, I was like, oh well, I'm pretty sure it was gonna.
You're not my friend anymore, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It happens.
Nah, dude, it's all right. I mean, it's all good, bro. I mean, there'll be more shows.
I was supposed to go. I was dripped out too.
What was you wearing? Let us know. What was you wearing that night?
Yeah, pause. Big pause, bro. Don't ever ask another man what were you wearing that night, bro. Like that's.
Oh shit, damn.
You gotta chill. That. You gotta chill. Like you a grown ass man, bro, with the beard and everything, and you just asked another man what were you wearing that night.
Yeah,
think about that shit.
You got a problem with that, bro?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I respect that. Okay,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
You're not gonna lie to you. Right. I ain't like that though.
What was I wearing? Fuck, bro, I don't know. Shit, you put me. I was wearing.
You dripped out. Yeah, let's talk about your drip.
Oh, I had the Casio on for sure. I had some knockoff True Religion pants. I was wearing.
Ed Hardy? You wearing Ed Hardy?
Fuck no. Had the Air Maxes on for sure. White tee, gold chain, and then I had a fucking collar, like zip shirt. That's fire. Design on fire.
You know what? You said white tee. I could have sworn that the last time you went to the Hideaway, like I think like there was a drink that was spilled on you. Like you didn't.
Bro, don't even like why.
Yeah, learn from that shit.
That's not my fault.
Black
Like,
tees, bro. Black tees.
nah, bro. Even if I was wearing a black tee and she had spilled that shit on my shirt, still would have fucking left.
Oh, for us.
It's uncomfortable. I'm not down to be in areas where it makes me uncomfortable
I
anymore.
feel
Like,
that.
I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, I don't need to be uncomfortable. Like, I put myself in uncomfortable situations when I need to be, but like sometimes, like I'm cool.
Let me
Like,
ask you this: going back to the whole like you ended up leaving Riverside, right? Has that ever happened to you? If this is the first time that ever happened to you, where you were like destined to attend an event or just be somewhere and like commit to it, and like you just ended up like
no,
ditching
it's happened
and
before.
oh, is it?
Yeah, it's happened a
Is this
lot.
has it
Not a
happened for
lot,
has it
but
happened for the same reason? Like there was just like a lot of things going into your head, or was it like different reasons as to why this occurs, or is this like a
I guess my brain always makes a different reason or some shit. I don't know,
uh,
but I'll get there and I'll be like, I don't really want. I don't want to interact, bro. Like that's what it is. Like in
oh
my like
okay.
and something gets over me where it's like, no, I don't. I don't have the mental capacity to interact with all these people right now. I just don't. Like I
Okay.
really don't. And honestly, when we go to the shows, it's that. Or like when I go to the low end shows, it's a lot of like saying what's up to everyone, and I'm just like, it gets overwhelming, and I'm like, fuck, okay, like hey, and
Yeah,
I'm
it
just
is a
like,
lot of
what's
that for
up,
sure.
what's up, hey, and I don't know how to act, bro. Like it's like I don't know how to act with everyone there. Like so, I'm just like, I didn't. Yeah, I don't know.
We're all finding our act there at low end. Like we're all just like lost. Like we're all just lost in the sound.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I think that's why a lot of times like we don't know how to act because we're just too focused on
I'll
the
start wearing a
bangers.
mask or something, bro,
I'm
to make
trying to
sure
wear a
no one knows.
mask.
So no one knows.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I mean, yeah. How can one be disguised? Because and like still not like catch attention. You know what I'm saying? Like how can you go to a show and like still enjoy it but not having to interact with other people? Is there a way
go to
like
places like you don't just go to places you don't know people at. I think is what
like yeah, so it just has to be going to a show where like your network for
it's just
sure
no
like
one.
no possibility like they don't fuck oh bro oh damn they're fucking here. I didn't think they fucking come to this show damn.
But I think it's because like the past few times I've been going out, like I've been going to. Well, look, I'll give you an example of like a similar situation, right?
All right.
When I went to the show for the Denver versus LA, that rhythm show,
All right.
bro, I showed up like at 10 or something like that. Yeah, but I parked and I was like, I don't feel like being around people, right? And I stayed in my car for like an hour. Like I fell asleep in my car, like, and then I
Oh
woke up at
shit.
like 11, like 20 or something like that, 11:30, and I was like, oh fuck, like shit, like let me go. Like I just get like that, bro. Like that shit happens. I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it. Like and to me, I'm gonna listen to my body type shit. So I'm like, whatever, it's cool. Like like it is what it is. I missed out on an experience, definitely. Like, cause I wanted to see all the fucking like Curé, That's On Me, and Vio back to back, like Animal set. Like, those are people set that I really like enjoy seeing, and I was just like,
Yeah, the sets were on fire that night too.
yeah, I was like, I was upset. I'm not like at the end of the day, I was like okay with like not going type shit, but I was just like, I don't know, bro. Like, that's just what happened. That's like like I wish I could have give you like a better explanation of like why I didn't go. Like I got caught up, did this
I
or
mean,
some other shit, but
no,
like it was literally just like
you don't gotta
can't,
explain. No, you don't gotta give any
I
different.
can't
I
do it
mean,
right
you
now,
don't gotta
bro. I
really
just
give a different explanation. But I get what you mean. Like I'm thinking about it. Like 'cause I think about a lot of like people that they label themselves introverted. Like I wonder like their experiences like when they're dealing with like anxiety, like being around so many people, like is it fair for like introverted people to alert other people like, hey, like this, yeah, I'm blah blah blah, but I'm here to enjoy the show and like I just want to have like my own space. How does one like? Is there a fair, respectable
an
way for one to
introverted person won't
communicate?
tell you that.
But yeah, but that's what I'm
An
saying. Like,
introverted person will not tell you
that's what I'm
that
saying. Like,
they're introverted, bro. Like
it's just like,
they'll just stay away from those interactions or shit like that. But like it's weird because like I'd say I'm an introverted person, bro. Like a really introverted person. But when I'm out, like in public places or not, I have the perception of like I'm able to like give off the no, I'm not. I could be
Extroverted.
yeah, I could give off that extroverted like personality, but in reality, like that's not what it is. Like I'm only outside for small periods of time. You feel me? So that's where I'm able to just get this shit out, like, and then I'm back in, like I'm back to my space where I feel comfortable. Like I like doing the shit I like doing. You feel me? Like, and then like, if I really want to interact, like that's when I go to like the shows and stuff like that. Like, I don't. But yeah, like for the most part, I'm hella introverted, bro.
Have you
Like,
always been introverted, like since youngin, or?
yeah. But I had no choice really. Like, I grew up, bro. Like growing up, like I moved around a lot, so I couldn't really go out. My parents didn't let me outside like that to be around a bunch of people. Like, cause we don't know the neighborhoods, we don't know where we're at, type shit. So it's like
Uh-huh.
stay inside and like just So I had to just entertain myself, and then eventually I just got used to like chilling, like with like just kicking it with like just me. You feel me? Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm down to have like another person kick it and whatnot, but like a lot of people is just I don't know how to. I feel like I'm almost like I feel like I need to be in control sometimes, or not control, but like I need to be have a grasp with like the situation that's going on.
I get
And
what you're
when I
saying.
don't have a grasp with the situation that's going on, that shit gets to me, bro. Like, and now like I know that I'm about to put myself in a situation where I don't have a grasp of
And
what's
things are
going
not
on.
going your way, like, or like how what are you expecting where you're at, like it's
Yeah, and
damn.
I'm just like,
I just gotta let it be. I got no actual control of like where I'm at, what's going on right now.
yeah, and I'll do it for like things that I like really want to see. You feel me? Like, first, it has to be like a super good incentive or some shit like that.
Okay.
And like, bro, that even goes to like when I'm DJing. Like, if I show up DJ and leave, like I don't like really kick it like that too much. I don't like stay out like until like morning type shit. Like I don't do it. Like I don't know how to do
Especially
that shit.
especially when you were DJing younger, like, uh, would you be done DJing and then hang out for a little bit, or you would just like dip? Cause
When
I
I
don't know,
was
I
younger,
was pretty
oh,
opposite.
true.
I was pretty opposite. I feel like when I was done, I was just like, fuck it, like I'm still down to hang out. Like the night is still young. I don't give a fuck if it's 4:30 a.m., bro. Let me live. Shh. I just
If
wanna-
if I'm with someone, bro, like, and that's the time, I'm down. But
Mhm.
if it's just me, I'm by myself, and I have to create like the moves and shit like that. I'm creating the moves to go the fuck home after I seen what the fuck I wanted to see. Or like, but like I said, if I ended up meeting someone or like some shit, you feel me? Like I'm gonna fucking like see what's up with them and then take it from there type shit. But other than that, like my objective is to see, hear, eat whatever the fuck I wanted to see, hear, eat, and then like get back to doing some shit I want to do.
Yeah, runs with the turtle is in the building. Being introverted in an extrovert environment. True. Gotta recharge the extrovert energy and rekindle in solitude.
Facts. That's
LOL.
like what it is,
And you
pretty
know, it's real
much.
interesting to hear a lot of specifically EDM acts admit that they're more introverted than they are extroverted.
I think, bro, like we get comfortable like just being by ourselves when we're producing and shit.
Uh
Like that. I'd much rather, but sometimes, bro, instead of like talking to a bunch of people and like listening to like music that I could hear another day, I'd much rather be in my studio, like with a meal, a fucking blunt, a drink, and my fucking doll in front of me, and just
yeah.
let creative shit flow out of me. And I'd rather people like be here in the studio and shit and interact. Like if we like in reality, bro, like if people want to kick it, bro, like we could kick it. Like I don't need to go out places to go kick it with other people. Like but like I understand like that's not like I said, I'll do like things that I really want to fucking do. But like people really want to go to festivals. So like they work nonstop and then they go to the festivals because that's their reward type
Right.
shit. My rewards are different
What
things.
design Don want to do these days?
Right now, it's just been making music. It's weird, bro. Like I've been in that fucking mode. Like, okay, bro,
Album
you
mode.
seen this like almost like some shit like that. And I'm pretty sure you've seen it. Like there's times where artists are like always constantly like posting and like always like doing shit, right? Like, and then you'll see them disappear like for a little bit and whatnot. But it's because they're working and like, well, it could be because they're working or sometimes they just fall off, right? But for the most part, for like the dope artists, like they'll go low, but it's because they're like actually doing some shit, like working, like making moves and like actually like trying to figure shit out, you know,
Then
like
honestly, they're just not sharing it for everyone else to like check it out. Like
and you know like
a lot of
and that
people,
process sometimes isn't to be shared like at the time.
right?
Like
I feel
like
that.
you could share that process, but not at the time the process is going on. You feel me?
Right.
Like let the process happen. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like I'm just like, okay, like I feel like I just need to let this shit happen. Like I'm in a lately I've been in a nice like, hey, I like the music I've been making. Like I'm in a nice like, let's just keep going. Like let's just see where we go. Like let's just not fuck everything else. Like none and a lot of the other shit doesn't really matter. Like right now, just how the music sounds matters. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna focus on that. So like, and even like so everyone that's watching, we didn't drop a guess the tempo episode on Friday because I usually edit those on Thursday, right? Thursday night. Uh, and Thursday night, I ended up making that track that I showed you earlier. And that's when I texted you. I looked at the time and it was like later. It was like 12 something. And I'm like, fuck, I haven't even started like editing the Guess the Tempo because I was just like I hopped on the DAW right after I got out of work, so I got here at like 6 o'clock, and I just hopped on the DAW and I just started making music. And because I thought like I, I didn't think that session was gonna go as good as it was gonna go, so I was like, you know what, like let's just start an idea, and then after like you start a basis for an idea, like then we'll like move it because I'll get tired
You know, I
usually.
need to get though in my room an actual clock, like a digital. Oh, I guess it don't matter,
I
but
don't
like a
want it.
digital clock.
I don't
I
want
need a
it.
digital clock sometimes because sometimes I'll be working on shit. I'm like, oh shit, it's
I'd
fucking
rather do that. Fuck it. I'll take the consequence. Honestly, I'll take the consequence. Cause bro, you don't get that back. I don't want to cut off my create like that flow. Like I don't never want to stop that process. It sucks that I have
nah,
to
I feel
stop
that.
that process to go to work. You know, it sucks that I have to stop that process because I got to go to sleep, because I got to go to work and shit. So like, yeah, but like yeah, like I said, like I didn't have that episode out because I wanted to work on the track. I was like, you know what, bro, like I think we could put like I feel like we have this in common. Like I feel like the music comes before anything.
Bro, I'm gonna say this Husky before anything.
Yeah,
I would like to think that you'd say Zion Dawn before anything.
yeah, yeah. I like anything I do. Yeah, yeah. My music before anything. Yeah, my music. Like at the end
Correct.
of the day, my music before anything. All
Correct.
this is like dope. Like it's the on top, like you know, and like that
Correct.
I want to cradle and all that shit at the same time. But I had like that was like a decision. I was like, nah, I'm a music producer. I was like, no, like let's go, let's go. So I was like, yeah, and that's why the episode was announced. I was like, fuck it, we'll upload it next week. Like it's not even a big deal. But honestly, like I was glad I took that decision because the track that I fucking like I said, I'm on the fucking in a weird fucking pocket right now. You feel me? Like
Bro,
it's weird.
honestly, if I had gotten a gig like this week and I had to miss an episode, like I probably would go do a gig and tell you like, dude, wait up, I'm sorry, like, or probably not, maybe not sorry, like, I mean, you know what this is, like before we even started the podcast, like we
We're
both have
music,
like
bro.
our
Look,
like we
we're
both have our own like there's a priority, no doubt
look.
about
Okay,
it.
so look,
There's a priority, no doubt about
let's
it.
talk about it right now. I feel like the premise of this podcast, bro, has been two producers figuring it out in the music industry, bro. Right? And at the end of the day, we're producers that came into a podcast space. You feel
Mhm.
me? So at the end of the day, like we're gonna take the producing the serious
Like
like
that route,
that
that
is the
road,
route. Like
that
that
road.
is the
That's a foundation, bro.
like this doesn't work without that. Like it doesn't work like it does not work without that, I don't think. Like, you know, like That's what makes this
This
what this
podcast wouldn't
is.
have been without that, to be
Exactly.
honest.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's something that like has to come. Almost has. It has to come first. You feel me?
For, bro,
Like and
for
like
sure.
yeah, no, and
For
like
sure.
I took the yeah. Sometimes you just gotta take the decision and be like, nah, the
For
music,
sure,
the
bro.
fucking music, yeah. And sometimes I feel like, but it's just me sometimes putting that like standard because I we've already set the standard for ourselves almost, you know, like for me at least, like, and when I don't fall through with it, sometimes I'm like, damn, like was that me like dropping the ball or was that me like taking a great like executive decision for myself and fucking doing the things because bro like no one's telling us what the fuck we have to do. It's all on us. It's all on us. We don't got a boss. We don't got any of that shit. You feel me? Like no one's gonna tell us, hey, this shit's late type shit. It's all up to us type shit. But we're dedicated enough to where we're getting the shit out like on a consistent basis. Like almost it's consistently a consistent weekly basis. You feel me? Like, but sometimes it's like, yeah, I was just happy I made that decision for like myself. I was like, all right, cool. Like, nah, this is that I don't know. That was something that I had to do like for myself almost. It felt good though. Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like have you had this feeling that you couldn't have done this for yourself for a while? Like you
Bro,
had to put something like your act. You had to put that side of music apart because like the other stuff
yeah.
like have you been put
Yeah.
in a situation like
Yeah.
many times and just
Yeah.
you didn't
Bro,
like
like
make that
I'm not gonna
executive
lie,
decision?
like sometimes I wish I didn't have to like export out like some of these projects or like
Uh-huh.
for the channel because I'd be like, damn, I wish I could just hop on my laptop and be producing right now instead. But like it is what it is. But like I fucking like doing this too at the same time. So it's like an easy like it's like an easy sacrifice almost.
Uh-huh.
Like it I don't think twice about it, but it was that time where I was like, nah, bro, like I don't like bro, like when you make one of those tracks, like when you get like in that zone, like I'm not trying to leave this fucking zone. Ain't no one telling me to like dip. Like I'm not doing it, bro. Like nah, like I am continuing this right fucking now. Like I am making this like to what I need to make it. Like I can't not.
You're so deep. You be forgetting to save the project
Fuck
sometimes.
everyone else. Yeah, nah. Control S that bitch, bro. Like every
Word,
4 seconds. Like
word. Discipline
after you
yourself.
load in a plugin, Control S.
Discipline yourself. Control S. FL Studio. I don't know about
Facts,
Ableton.
facts, bro. Like I throw, bro. I'll leave my phone in my room just because I don't want to fucking. I don't want no one bothering me. Like I, you, it's like yeah, self discipline, bro. So like that. Some people don't have it. Some people do, but it is also like I feel like it's a sacrifice, bro. Like doing what we're doing, like committing solely to producing and shit like that. Like I feel like I probably I don't know about you, but I definitely prioritize it over things that people wouldn't necessarily feel like you should prioritize it over, you know?
Can you give an example?
Family events,
Oh, okay.
you know?
Like you've
Like
missed family events because you were.
choosing to hang out sometimes,
Oh, okay.
like, just shit like
Like
that.
you were
Like
saying, like some people would rather be like, oh, like this could wait. I'm gonna go to the family event type shit or
but there's
whatever other
always
like
events,
events.
bro. Like and that's the thing that
Yeah, I
like
feel that. There's always gonna be
there's
like
always a
events.
fucking event, bro. There's always some shit going on and like so what? Like if you want like I'm saying this again. Like if you want to kick it with me, you want quality time, bro, like hit me up and like let's get quality time type shit, you know? Like other than that, like I'm on my time, I'm on my schedule, like
Like as an adult, you build a routine, whether you're a producer or anything else that or whatever
yeah.
like your habits look like. Like you start building a routine, and that could be that you are going out, going to these events, or you rather just like prioritize like producing
But
or something else that doesn't involve you go doing other shit that people would prioritize over for.
it also sucks though too, cause like in reality, bro, I should have that extra time to do all that stuff if my only job was making music and doing it. Like if I didn't have my regular 9 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
spent like that's 8 hours of my fucking life, bro, that I could have been like
For sure.
doing a bunch of other shit, right? Like
Yeah.
if music was just 100% of it and I was like able to make the profit that I needed to, I would be able to give more time to other things, you know?
For sure. But
But like,
because like we surrender a lot of our time to other things that doesn't necessarily contribute to our goals because we have to, like, example, like go to our 9 to 5, and
and
like
like
it occupies our time, and then now we have to like
it's
catch up on the other sections of our life, right? Whether
because
if
it could
it's
be seen like, dude, like this is almost a hobby. Like until, bro, like people like
actually see you making an
some
income, living
yeah,
off of
like some
it,
shit's going on. Like ain't no one
no one
looking
can take
at
you seriously in
no
that
one's looking at
area.
you like, oh, like you're doing something for real. Like this is your job. Like
Yeah.
like it's not seen like that. So like you only getting seen like, oh, but you just got out of work. Like what are you even doing that's important? Like your job's done.
Uh,
Bro, my job like doesn't to me, my job doesn't end until like 1:30, bro, in the morning. Like that's when I have to cut myself off because I need fucking sleep in order for me to wake up in the morning. Like
yeah, dude. That's all. I mean, that's how like as you get older, like with time, you have to definitely like commit to like taking advantage of like your like creating a schedule, and really dedicating yourself to that time. Like, okay, like with my routine, this is the only free time that I have within this week. Like, I definitely have to take advantage. Like, even if the times that you're tired or you don't
and
want to
then
do it, even the time that you don't
and bro,
want to
and
do it, like,
sometimes like I'll allot that time, right? And I'll be in here in the studio. I don't know if this happens to you too, but like I won't even get nothing done. But I know I needed to be in here and I know I needed to like just be thinking about like I just need that like space to even think about what I need to be fucking
like you do
doing.
some work, but it's not as much work you would have. You
Yeah,
should have done it with the amount that you were just like.
yeah, yeah. A lot of it could have been fucked off to me just sitting here like scrolling through shit because I need to get like some like find some, like a lot of that shit happens and like sometimes I'm thinking, damn, like I didn't really need to just be in here. Like I could have like been somewhere else. But at the same time, like that time allotted me time to think about my next moves or what I need to be doing type shit. Like it might
Yeah, I
seem like I'm
mean,
not doing anything or just having some shit play, but like that's me like trying to process how I need to move and shit. Cause I don't know about you, but like, bro, this is a constant thing on my mind. Like, what's the next move? What's the next move? What's the next move? Like that shit's like nonstop. And like I need the time to really like think about it sometimes, you know?
I think it's been easier for me lately to know what the next moves are, little by little.
How?
Well, I mean, it just depends on the goals, though. Like, if that's your, I guess it depends too on your goals, but like I don't know, like I don't know, like it's just, I guess I just know what I want, like in terms of like me as a dance music artist, and like as you're like, and I think it should be said for a lot of people like are constantly like sticking around, like trying to do this like EDM DJ career and staying consistent and creating catalog, making music. I think like with experience, like you just know, like it becomes much more clear, like what those next moves are. Uh, I like to think that for myself, like I've been blessed to have like certain opportunities that's opened my eyes up to like the way a lot of stuff works, and little by little, like I start seeing like the pieces to the puzzle, and um,
It's finding the pieces, bro. Like that's the hardest part about this. Like there's a puzzle. We know we know it's a puzzle, bro. Like we know that shit. It's finding the piece, legit finding that piece and then figuring out where it fits in
mhm,
your puzzle. And then like am I the finished product of the puzzle or am I just a piece in the puzzle? You feel me? Like
mhm,
and every situation it's gonna be different. In every situation you might be the piece. In other situations you might be the picture. You feel me? Like
mhm,
and it's hard to like think about it in that way because like say you're promoting a track,
mhm.
right? Or say your goal is to get your track out and to promote it and to get as many eyes as you wanted.
Okay,
Say like you did like your ultimate plan in your head, right?
right.
Like your initial plan that you thought out that oh no, once I get this done, once I do this and then I release it, it's gonna work, right?
Okay.
That happens. You don't get the results that you get. Now you're like, okay, I got to do this again. I got another track. Now what do I do? Now right there, you're at that moment, you're figuring out the puzzle. You
Uh,
feel me? Like that's an example of like, are you the puzzle piece or are you the finished product in that puzzle? Because like in a sense, like yeah, I might be the big picture because it's my track, but we're just a puzzle piece in the music industry and in the streaming industry. You feel me?
Mhm.
So now I have to figure out, okay, where does my, because my master, my finished product might just be a piece in the fucking stream. You feel me? So now you're trying to figure out like, okay, how can I, is my piece a small piece on the board or is it a big piece on the board? And how do I make it that big piece on the board if I want it to be that big piece, right? So it's like finding all these outlets to, that's all this is, right? Finding more outlets to place your shit uh to release your music, to show people your music. That's all this is now after you get your product. Like am I
Distribute.
tripping?
I mean, distributing it to as many people as you can and seeing what they think about it. I think that's like what people, what
Okay,
artists want. You know.
yeah, yeah. So we distribute it, right? To platforms.
Mhm.
So does everyone else.
Correct.
So now what?
Uh,
You feel
I
me?
mean,
No,
now,
and that's, there's no wrong or right answer. But I'm
now,
saying that's the daunting part of what we do is the, okay, we did that, now what? You feel me? And like that's what we're constantly faced with. You feel me? Constantly faced with. Okay, we did this, now what? Now what? Now
Mhm.
what? How do I make this just as big or bigger as my last one? Or, like how do I keep building upon what I just did? And like that's something that you're figuring out as you go. Like it's always gonna be something different, you're always gonna be trying something new, reaching out to different platforms
Mhm.
and whatnot. But like yeah, it's just a lot of that, like where to go, you know? And it's like sometimes you'll go somewhere and you'll take a hit. I'm pretty sure you've been to many platforms and you probably took a hit, whether it's fucking financially or just like, damn, like it didn't make me look good. Like, like PR wise, like you're taking hits sometimes, you know?
Uh,
So like that could definitely like make you feel like, damn, like, fuck, now what? Like a step back almost, you feel me? Like this thing is almost like you take a step forward and then three steps back and then a
mhm.
step forward, and like I feel like this is constantly what this is. But
Yeah, dude, the journey, I think, especially from what I've seen of music artists and dance music producers, it's like a stock, bro. Like it could suddenly just drop. But then again, like it's all just depending on the stock. You know what I'm saying? Like it really always just depends on the stock, and a lot of time the market is harsh. You know, sometimes the market changes and uh the trends and like how artists are growing and like in these day and ages, like it's always changing. I think every year. Um yeah, man. I mean, what's next? What's next? Yeah, I mean, I've always feel like that too. Every time like release day comes for one of my new songs, and I'm like, damn, okay, like, you know,
it's good to have
I
music.
think we sit in unique positions compared to like the new time artists because I don't think you have that much of like I don't want to say pressure, but I think once you start building like a fan base for yourself, like people want to hear more. And like I think like I felt like this too as a music artist, and like I like to think that I built like a real nice like cool small fan base like globally, and that does come to question like what's next like when as an artist, because I'm always like damn, like because I always think about me as a fan of my favorite artists. I've always thinking about okay, like I want to hear more, and I'm thinking that when fans of Zion Dawn, like they've always want to hear more, like what you got going on as a music artist. So yeah, there's always like that pressure. I think like when you do have like that growing fan base, it's like damn, like it's definitely a much more serious decision you got to make if you want to quit music. When you have a big fan base versus like you don't really have like that much of a big fan base. I didn't really think about that, like because you're not just impacting yourself if you have a big fan base, you're impacting all that fan base. And we've seen a lot of reactions from fans when they hear about their favorite artists like retiring, like they get very, some people get depressed. I don't want to like, we're not gonna make it anything specific, but even when like a favorite artist passes away, there's a lot more music they could have released. Like fans react to it. Like fans have said and confessed like, oh, like we would have had much more music from this person. Like like they've had so much more things coming for them. Like fans are always expecting new music from these artists, and they vocalize that too, especially when the artist passed away. Unfortunately, rest in peace to all those to all the artists that passed away. And yeah, dude, I think that as artists, we have that in our thoughts because we know as fans, like we're always just wanting to know what's next
I
creatively.
I can say though, like the best part about this though, now that like for me, I figured out what made this like totally work. Like I'm this last release, the go check out Error, stream that shit, all platforms. Like that release really taught me like okay, I know why like I'm releasing music. I know what I want to keep doing. That whole like premise of that like track and what like I put a premise to it. Like error, like you feel me? Like there's some shit going on. I have the fucking visuals and all that shit going along with it. And like now I'm just like in my mind as a creative, I'm like, okay, I want to start creating like dope narratives with like not like actual like, oh, this track is from like not no cheesy corny narrative, right? But like when I say narrative, like I'm talking about like
Yeah, it's got a
I'm gonna give
theme.
this track
It's
an
got a
identity.
concept.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm giving this track like a purpose. Like there's a purpose for why I did this track, the release around it. You know, like
Yeah, because there's music out there where people they just make it for like a fun concept,
yeah,
or like it's a concept, but or it's just music. They just upload it. It doesn't really have identity. It's just sound.
yeah,
Like it's just sound, but it's audio. But music, I think great music doesn't just come with just sound. It
yeah.
comes
An
with like the
experience,
artwork. It
bro.
comes with the how you're packaging it. Uh, dude, you're totally right. Yeah, of
And
course.
I'm really liking that aspect, and I'm really like starting to think now. Damn, I could like do a lot more things with this. Like I can have more fun with this now. I think like because I have that idea in my head. Like I'm gonna start like music, right? So like I have a lot of friends. We have a lot of people that are in this, right? That don't necessarily make music and whatnot, but they want to be
Okay.
a part of it,
Right.
right? We could give them opportunities to be a part of like shit like this now from us just making music, like doing music videos or something, or like just doing extra promotions for the videos. Like that's in the next few months. I hopefully this is what you guys see from me because I've said a lot of shit and don't do it, but like this is something that I kind of in my head that I'm kind of like stamping now. Like I want to do more not skit. I don't want to say skits per se, but more like
Like you know, how, like in some music videos, before the song starts, like there's like a scene that happens, like shit like that.
yeah, like shit like
Yeah,
that. Just putting more like emphasis on like this
uh,
shit's coming out. Like
and not only that, but just giving more emphasis on the track. Like it has a backstory to it. Is that what you mean, right? Like,
yeah, like
it,
okay, I could give you almost an example. Like there's artists when they put out singles, like they'll have just like scenes of them just out somewhere and there'll be music playing and whatnot, you know, like that track playing and whatnot, like visualizers and whatnot,
right?
but
Okay.
it's not necessarily them. I'm getting to understand now, like, oh, I could just start hitting up people being like, hey, like, I know you're really into EDM and whatnot. Like, I have this track that like I have an idea of, like really give people like platforms now. Like we have that opportunity now, like as producers to be like, hey, like I think like you're cool like at dancing or like you have a cool look to you, like you're into eating, you know, like shit like that. Like we're able to give people opportunities now, and I'm just like, I know that I know where I can find a good videographer to film some shit. I know where I can find some people that have the aesthetic for things, and I know that there's people out there that have like cool ideas. They just don't know how to like like implement it like together. And now I'm just thinking like, why not just give these people like, not even just give these people, but like in my head, I want to bring people together now and like fucking make a project and be like after the project came out, be like, damn, like congrats guys, like we did that shit. You feel me? Like for my music type shit. Like I feel like that's something that would be dope as fuck to do and to attach to each song too. Like I don't know. I think it's also that comes with like me adding vocals to my tracks now. Like it just makes sense. I think.